Starting a business can seem like a daunting task, unless you have a partner like Shopify. They have the tools you need to start and grow your business. From designing a website to marketing to selling and beyond, Shopify can help with everything you need. There's a reason millions of companies like Mattel, Heinz, and Allbirds continue to trust and use them. With Shopify on your side, turn your big business idea into... Sign up for your $1 per month trial at shopify.com/special offer.
Parents of tweens, if you're familiar with far-off drop-offs...
Dad, stop, right here.
Or get DMs about what's for dinner, you may be experiencing tween milestones. For your son or daughter, these can start at age 9. HPV vaccination, a type of cancer prevention against certain HPV-related cancers, can start then too.
For most, HPV clears on its own. But for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers later in life.
Embrace this phase. Help protect them in the next.
Ask their doctor today about HPV vaccination. Brought to you by Merck.
Everything he did in this film, Spielberg and Phil Tippett and his crew, like the way that they established the water beating, they put like a guitar string underneath it and like flicked it and...
Oh, okay, so they did it.
Yeah.
All the sounds that were used for the T-Rex, I think there's like a baby hippo, and it's deliberate and it's thoughtful, and the kids are great, and Laura Dern's awesome, and like, you know a movie's good when you remember the names of the supporting characters. It's like, oh yeah, there's Lex, and there's Alan, there's John, yeah, Nedry. Like, my theory is, you like a movie when you know the names of the characters afterwards.
Hey everyone, joining Flixwatcher today, we have Mark.
Hello.
We have Jay.
Hi.
And Kobe.
Howdy.
And we're going to be talking about Jurassic Park.
Thank you as always to the mighty people for their mighty tunes, and thanks to Ben from Rockwood Audio for editing this podcast. Please do remember to head over to Spotify and Apple Podcasts and Pocket Casts and give us a 5-star rating and a massively glowing review. Join the conversation with us on Twitter at FlixWatcherPod and all the other places at Flixwatcher.
Hello film fans, welcome to this episode of Flixwatcher Podcast. Our guests today are Jay and Mark. Over to you please, Mark, to say hello to our listeners and tell them a little bit more about who you are and what you do, please.
Absolutely. Hello everybody, and thank you for listening. My name is Mark Hoffmeyer. I'm a co-host of Deep Blue Sea, the podcast, a podcast where we talk about Deep Blue Sea and Deep Blue Sea adjacent films and Rennie Harlan films. It's beautiful. And then I'm also the host of the Movie Sons of Flix podcast, and then you can find the stuff I write at like Rotten Tomatoes, Film Theory, Ringer, Cracked, Fandom, Film Theory. Yeah, I'm a bunch of places. Yeah.
And who are you in my top right?
I am Jay Cluett. I'm the other host of Deep Blue Sea, the podcast. And I'm the top left in my screen, so that threw me off. I also talk about shark movies and genetically modified creature features on Deep Blue Sea, the podcast. We've also done Con Air, the podcast, which has fewer sharks, more criminals. And I'm here today to talk about my favourite film of all time.
Well, there might be some bad scoring here.
I'm saying give everything 1 so it annoys Jay,
I'll give everything 20s, so do what you want.
You just literally open yourself up to abuse.
Fine. That's why I podcast.
There's a few tie-ins to this, isn't there? You've got the genetically modified creatures in this film, and you've got Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, we've often say on our podcast that Deep Blue Sea is basically a remake of Jurassic Park, and Jurassic World is then a remake of Deep Blue Sea. It's all circular. It comes back around.
And we actually get to see Samuel L. Jackson's death in Deep Blue Sea. Sorry, I've just spoiled. That's one sacred rule. We don't spoil other films. Yeah. And I've just spoiled.
He's been killed a few times by animals in movies. Like it's
a bunch.
Big monsters love smushing him. So it's great.
And it is possible to love Deep Blue Sea even having seen or knowing of that death sequence beforehand, because the first scene I saw of Deep Blue Sea was my neighbour said, "Hey, watch this scene." And he'd fast forwarded to just that scene. He was like, "Watch this." And I was like, "What? Oh, sure, like some context for that, but okay." And then like 3 or 4 years later, I saw the rest of the film. I was like, "Well, this film's pretty good." It's like, you bastard.
Well, you're not like, can we just like rewind to the start and... Anyway,
yeah.
So, I mean, did they just like get you to come round? Were you like there? They were just like, "Hey, do you want to just come and see this scene?"
I was just round at my neighbour's house to like hang out, and he was like, "Hey, check this out," and it would just show me the scene. But I had a different friend who showed me Pulp Fiction, and when he did that, he put it into his own order.
No.
Not chronological.
No.
Not the one in the film. A different order in which he took out the whole Harvey Keitel chapter. So friends show me things.
Who are these people?
I don't talk to them anymore.
So you only watched 2 chapters. So you only watched 2 bits, and
pretty much, yeah. And even then, it wasn't linear. It was a mess. And I still.
I was going to say, are you okay?
I mean, I don't like Pulp Fiction as much as most people do because of that experience, I think. So some things you just don't recover from.
I went and watched it when I was 12 with my mom in a theater. So that was
went to
pretty
cinema
awkward.
to see that.
Yeah,
Holy
my mom
shit.
took me when I was 12. I watched everything. Like, I think when I was 11, I tried to stop watching R-rated movies because of how much they were messing me up. I was like, this is like... I was like, I'm a kid. I'm a child. I was like, I should not be watching... Because I watched Reservoir Dogs, and I went, this is a lot. This is a lot for a child. And I
can't cope with this.
And then I was like, I should not do this. But then Lethal Weapon 2 or 3 came out, and I'm like, well, I got to watch that. And I just broke. But yeah, 12 years old, sitting next to your mom, watching Pulp Fiction. It's an experience.
Are you okay?
No, definitely
Were you like,
not.
Mum, I've got questions.
Yeah.
I've got
What's
a lot
a
of
gift?
questions.
That was
First of
wrecked
all-
by 12. I knew, 12, I was like, I'd been watching everything. But yeah, I distinctly remember that, like, this is unique. This is a unique experience. Hanging with my mom watching this.
Because the thing with things like Nightmare on Elm Street, RoboCop, typically the films you watch when you're too young, they're clearly like made up. Like, this isn't really going to happen. You might have some nightmares, fine. But Reservoir Dogs, this is actually just, is this real life, Mum? Or is this happen? Like,
Is this America?
yeah.
The stuff I watch, y'all. Yeah. And that definitely affects you more.
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? Everything I watched, the scariest movie I ever watched was Ernest Scared Stupid, because I knew Freddy was fake. But in 91, I was like, this troll is attacking kids and like using voice modification, attacking people in public. And like, I couldn't sleep for a month. And I was watching Reservoir Dogs and those kind of movies at the time. But then Ernest Scared Stupid got me the worst. I just want everyone to know that.
Well, I remember seeing this film. I'm going to get you to introduce it properly. Jurassic Park in the cinema. My brother was like 4. And within minutes, he was like on my dad's lap. And at the end, my dad was like, I was like, Dad, what do you think of that? And he's like, I know what I think of it. It wasn't a PG. Because in the UK, I think it was like one of the first films that came out with this PG kind of guidance thing. Because basically, it's a Steven Spielberg film. They wanted everyone to see it, but also, small kids is quite tough.
Yeah.
But also, we were like, Dad, I'm going to watch this film. And you're going to
have
take
to
me.
take all of us.
Yeah.
Prince of Thieves had a PG out there too. That's a gnarly one for a PG.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's got the attempted rape scene.
And the witch and like all that.
So, Jay, this is your favourite film. Probably why you
Yes.
chose it for us all. Do you want to expand on that before we head to the synopsis?
Sure. So we're talking about. I find it's my general answer to the question, what do you want to talk about today? Jurassic Park is a general answer to most questions. I did present a long list of possible films, and I ended that list with Jurassic Park is on Netflix, and I do love it, and I could talk about it for days. And Helen was like, well, let's do that one then. So more than happy to talk about Jurassic Park. I didn't see it in the cinema. It came out when I was 6 or 7. I have seen it on one big screen. I've seen it on like one outdoor screening, which was very cool. But I've watched this 1,000 times at home on TV, on DVD, on Blu-ray. Any chance I get is never a bad time to watch Jurassic Park. I was having a bit of a rough week this past week, and I was thrilled to just sit down one evening and watch Jurassic Park again. It really made my day. So,
Okay, is there anyone here? This is a leading question before we get to the synopsis. Is there anyone here who hasn't seen Jurassic Park before? Okay, then Helen, has your husband now seen Jurassic Park as a result of you watching this?
I mean, watching...
He was there with you.
He was there in the
was
room.
present.
Yeah. I mean, I asked him before the recording if he would like to share any thoughts, and he said there was a lot of dinosaurs in it.
so
And
he
that's
loved
what
it.
we got. Yeah.
This all sounds positive to me.
2 raptor claws up.
Okay, let's go to the synopsis. As if anyone needs it apart from Helen's husband. Okay, your timer starts now.
Okay, so wealthy philanthropist John Hammond has created an island. He's bought an island, filled it with genetically modified dinosaurs he's brought back from amber with their DNA, etc. And he wants to release this as a theme park to the public, and he needs to get it signed off by the insurance company and the lawyers. So he brings in a couple of dinosaur experts, a chaotician, a lawyer, and his 2 grandkids to experience the tour. Hilarity ensues because the security guy has been cheap, trying to steal some money, and he crashes the system. and they get trapped with some dinosaurs, and everyone has to try and survive, and not everybody does.
So there's an addendum to my question: is how many people here actually needed to rewatch it before discussing it for this?
There's
not
need
at all.
and want.
Yeah. I mean, no. My main thing I did whilst watching this was write down the quotes I use in daily life from this film, and I got about 30.
Oh, wow.
That are just quotes that I use regularly.
Have you got any choice ones you want to share with us now?
I mean, oh God. Not from the front, but from the side is one I don't know why that comes up so often. Whenever, like, I'm talking to somebody and somebody else comes at them from a different direction. Hold on to your butts, I say too more than I should. Having 2 dogs, that's one big part of shit, comes up quite often.
Yeah.
Especially looking after my in-law's spaniel, who does the biggest poops I've ever seen of any creature in the world. Like, bigger than my other dog. Just the actual dog is smaller than his poop. Anyway.
Something's wrong with this dog, Jay.
It's very much so. I don't think it takes anything in. We've got a poster in our bathroom that says, when you gotta go, that my wife made.
Yeah. It's generally a funny film, right?
It's a hilarious film. And we're back in the car.
Yeah, again.
We use the car too often, so every time and we're back in the car again. And anytime anybody sneezes, I do the God bless you like Tim does. God bless you!
When my kid was quite young and he threw up, I'd be like, oh, he threw up.
That's okay. That's okay.
I don't know where to start with this because
it's Jurassic Park.
I feel there's one section where the score might not be as high, but I cannot imagine it not being high anywhere else. Is it anyone want to take point on this? Because
no,
it's a big one.
It's Jurassic Park.
Go on, Helen. You go, Helen.
It is Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly.
Anna Partridge's catchphrase, which I did use quite a lot, very annoyingly. But yeah, I mean, it is fair to say it's one of the greatest films ever made. Yeah. And I saw it in the cinema when it came out. And my brother was also a fair bit younger for me and did not have the same experience I did. It's pretty terrifying. And even watching it now, like those dinosaurs, they're really, really good. It still holds up and it is funny. It's just like confused the hell out of me how old Laura Dern is because she kind of looks the same age in this that she did when she started acting and sort of looks like this now. So it's super, super confusing. And it's just kind of like its impact on popular culture is just so wide reaching that it's just amazing. And I'm a big fan of Michael Crichton. I love ER. Thank you, ER, for bringing these two together and it being this film that it is. And I mean, the only thing I would say is that it birthed some really awful sequels.
Sure.
It's like, how can something so beautiful and so amazing end up so tarnished and shit and
money. Yeah.
Just lacking everything that this has. Like, here's the blueprint, guys. Just like, look at it. Look how it makes you feel.
A lot of films have done that. Jaws did that, if we want to stick with Spielberg. As much as we enjoy Jaws 2 and Jaws 4 on our podcast, I'm not a fan of Jaws 3, but we can't blame Jurassic Park for the sequels. That's Colin Trevorrow's fault.
Like the aspect ratio, the 1:8:5 to 1 aspect ratio, that looks gorgeous, and the dinosaurs look huge. Spielberg did that so purposely. And then, Jay, Bayona, and Trevorrow are like, nah, 2:3:9, baby. Like, we're going to stretch it out widescreen. Like, we're going to, like, not make them look as big. And I don't even think they like dinosaurs in the sequels.
They did, yeah, Bayona hates them.
Everything he did in this film, Spielberg and Phil Tippett and his crew, like, the way that they established the water beating, they put, like, a guitar string underneath it and, like, flicked it. And
oh, okay, so they did it.
Yeah.
All the sounds that were used for the T-Rex, I think there's, like, a baby hippo. And it's deliberate and it's thoughtful. And the kids are great. And Laura Dern's awesome. And, like, a movie's good when you remember the names of the supporting characters. So like, oh yeah, there's Lex and there's Alan, there's John, there's
Arnold.
There's Malcolm. Yeah, Nedry. Yeah. Like, my theory is, you like a movie when you know the names of the characters afterwards. And so like, all these characters, Muldoon, Gennaro, like you just know their names. And so it's a classic. But I will say, the fight in the kitchen fight is not as good as the kitchen fight in Deep Blue Sea or Gremlins. I'm just saying
sure about that.
I'm just saying it. That's my hot take. That's the only hot take I got. Because Miss Peltzer's awesome in Gremlins, and Preacher beats the Frasier fights a shark in a kitchen.
With a lighter.
That's the greatest sentence I think I've ever said in my life.
And we've said it before.
Yeah, shark fight in a kitchen. So that's my one hot take.
Jake, I'm going to unleash you here. Has it been your favourite film here?
I mean, I'm nothing against the kitchen fights in Gremlins and Deep Blue Sea. They don't have any dinosaurs in them, Mark. There's no velociraptors trying to eat kids in those sequences. There's no raptors skittering on a freezer floor. I mean, the kitchen scene does annoy me because there's the magic ladle when it just like turns on its own and falls off with no one touching it. It's fine, whatever. I want to see, like, Spielberg doesn't do a lot of like DVD features for these films. I want to see so much more than he's shown us on how this film is. I want to know how what his direction was to Goldblum when he's like, just lay there without the shirt on and just, I don't know, just think smoldery thoughts.
From what I understand, Jeff Goldblum just does his own thing anyway, because, I mean, and that's fine. That's why he employed Goldblum. It's just like, Jeff, yeah, you just do...
Just Goldblum it up. Just Goldblum, yeah. When he's trying to seduce Ellie in the car, you can tell that whole, like, the chaos theory routine, he's done that 1,000 times in bars. You never know how it's going to go, is the great thing about that routine. But he plays it like he's done it 1,000 times, but he also plays it like it works most of the time. And I don't know if you listen to the Off Menu podcast. I don't know if you promote other podcasts on the show, but Jeff Goldblum was the guest this past week on that.
Okay.
And I felt kind of sorry for Ed Gamble and James Acaster just trying to wrangle this guy. They had like 45 minutes with him trying to get through all their little segments, and he would just go off on a tangent and talk about bread for half an hour.
Start playing jazz.
Pretty much. He was playing jazz with his words, was Goldblum, and he's a delight.
I remember on the Richard Herring podcast when he had Brian Blessed on. I was just kind of like, of course you have Brian Blessed, but also why would you have Brian Blessed on? Because you're not going to get into anything that you want to get done in that podcast.
Brian Blessed as Ian Malcolm would be a very different film. I would watch it, but very, very, very different.
Guys, this film is just like...
perfect.
Two things just don't make it perfect. That volunteer boy, as he's called. Why is he there on a dig? And why is he like giving shit to this guy?
Bring your smelly nephew to work day.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's one thing. And what was the other thing? There's probably another thing.
Bring your smelly nephew to work day?
Maybe that ladle thing, which doesn't make it perfect. But this film is like...
oh, the hacking scene. The hacking scenes that make it perfect. If you want to talk
Oh, I love
like,
that.
She's like, I know this
it's
system.
a Unix system. I can do this. I don't mind that the hacking screens. It's Tim stood behind her, tapping on the back of her chair. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. When you've got Ellie and Grant at the door, trying to reach the gun, and Ellie's doing nothing, leaning against the door on the hinge. She's doing, like, physics-wise, she's doing nothing. But so her or Tim could just go and get that gun, either give it to Grant or shoot the raptor themselves. But no, just that is the one bit that frustrates me every time, and they keep on not fixing it. It's still in the film every time I watch it.
Well, so you want the DVD special release, which is like the fixed...
yeah, just like how just a reason for why Tim can't go and get the gun.
They learn levers properly.
Yeah, they just need to have like, Tim, I need you to hold this button down whilst they hack. That's the one thing I need. It's just a reason that he's not being helpful.
I mean, look, just from start to finish, this film had me from the get-go with that scene where you don't see the raptors, your man gets killed and sucked into the raptor cage, boom. Then slows down a bit with Ellie and Grant where you meet them, but you didn't choose to talk to raptors. But honestly, from just then on, when they arrive on the island, one of my favourite scenes, shots in any film or TV, it was two actually. Spielberg's done it twice when you don't actually see the thing they're looking at, but you see their reaction. So one's in Jaws, where you have Brody and you have that kind of dolly zoom when you see the shark and you just zoom in on his face. And I remember seeing that as a kid on a small TV and just being like, what the fuck is this happening? And this one, when Grant and Ellie see Diplodocus, or that big tall dinosaur, for the first time, and just their face. And that's been parodied many, many times. But you can't match that. And I just remember seeing it in the cinemas thinking, why is this awesome? Just like, why is this just awesome? It's just, and that's before the dinosaurs really happen. And when the dinosaurs happen, it's even more awesome. And it just builds to the kitchen scene, which is, how dare you compare that fight to anything else to the kitchen scene? Because you think it's been tense. You've had fights with velociraptors already. You've had Nedry getting splat in the face with the
Dilophosaurus.
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense anyway. But we'll get past that. A lot of the dinosaurs don't make any sense, but there's still tension and things like that. But that kitchen scene is like so. As a child watching that, you're fucking freaking out. That is like tough. That is really hard. Oh my god, this film is just like.
Is that T-Rex a jumper? Can it teleport? Because when they're battling those raptors, you look to your left and the T-Rex is there. Earlier when it was walking, the entire ground was shaking.
Now it doesn't.
Now it just tips us. That's why Sam Jackson's trying to kill the jumpers.
So
Because they killed him in this one.
Whoa.
It's his brother.
Like, I want like a Pixar short of the T-Rex just creeping in that room.
So he's on tip claw.
Yeah, they don't see me. They don't see me. Like just shuffling. The T-Rex is literally shuffling into the room. Like they don't see me yet.
He's got slippers on.
Yeah.
Then she kicks them away at the end. And
yeah, the sequels, they come across as a giant pair of slippers. And they're like in Jurassic World, they're like, what did these go on?
But look, again, that scene where, talk about building tension, just the water, the concentric rings of the water with every step. That's a masterclass in how to build up tension, right? That is just literally, again, you don't understand. It's nothing scary, but also you fear for your life and everyone in that car's life.
Then the goat leg just being dropped on the car.
Drops on there. Oh.
But, yeah.
And then the pupil.
The pupil dilating, yeah.
When the light shines in, it's just like, guys, this is how you make films. This is how you make films that are awesome.
And terrify children, but also excite them in ways that they'll never forget.
Absolutely.
Like, there's poop jokes. There's snot jokes. There's bathroom. Like, that's just Spielberg flexing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a lot of poop in this big, giant pile of poop. He's like, I'm going to have a big, tall dinosaur sneeze in a girl's face. Like, I'm going to have people get murdered in the bathroom. Like, when you got to go, you got to go. Like, he's throwing in poop jokes, and he makes them classy, and they work. That's how this movie's firing on all cinders. Like, when a snot joke is, like, classy.
And halfway through the T-Rex scene, you got the T-Rex screaming at Lex. You cut back to Grant looking at it, and then pan to Malcolm, and he's got condensation. He's got to do that. The condensation. Oh, what is that doing in here? It's funny. It's Spielberg just having fun with the scene, breaking the tension a little bit, and then ramping it right back up again. I love this film. Have you all seen The Fabelmans?
Yes. I haven't seen it actually yet.
Yeah.
Okay, I will do my best not to spoil The Fabelmans, but it's really interesting. I've been watching a bunch of Spielberg films recently, trying to fill in some holes in my CV, and it's interesting watching Spielberg films, having seen The Fabelmans and kind of seeing what his family went through, what his life was, and how that's mirrored in these films. So I think the dynamic between Grant, Ellie, and Malcolm is kind of similar between his parents and Seth Rogen in The Fabelmans. That's as far as I'll go, but I like that. Like how many of his films have this air of
a lot
love triangle to them of the parent figures, and this I feel like there's a division in Spielberg's filmography of the films he made where he was as a kid, which is up until Hook. Hook is the dividing film, I think. Pre-Hook mostly is films from the viewpoint of a kid. Post-Hook is films from the viewpoint of a father, because that was around about when he had kids, and Hook is the film about Robin Williams learning to be a kid and an adult at the same time, whilst not being a very good film. Apologies to the many, many people out there who love Hook. I'm sorry. And this one, Jurassic Park, is like that, because Grant is the Spielberg character.
Right.
He starts off not wanting to be a parent, not wanting to have kids, and by the end of it, he has come around to the idea of kids existing and being around him sometimes. But then when they land, in the sequel, in 3, I think, he doesn't have any kids still. He interacts a little bit with Laura Dern's kid, but that's about it. He's not great at it.
I love the interaction when he first meets Tim and they're kind of going between the two cars, just to triple emphasize the fact that he's not a kid. He's not a kid guy. All the interactions in this film are great, right? There's not one.
When they're approaching the big pile of poo, and Lex tripped and Grant helps her up, and then she just keeps hold of his hand, and now they're holding hands. He's just trying to extricate himself from the hand, and it's stuck. They're holding hands now. That's just where he is. He's got to deal with it. And soon he'll be stuck with the kids even more. He's got to deal with that too.
Did you see this in the cinema, Mark?
Oh, yeah. I was 11. I got dropped off. I went in, watched it with a group of friends. I remember just being, you're on your own with some friends watching it in a packed theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was magical. It was incredible. And I think it was one of the first times I ever noticed sound design. So 11-year-old me was never, I never watched movies and thought about, hey, the sound mix. But I remember listening to it in this theater and just thinking, this is next level. This is incredible. I do. It's in Twisters too. I remember in '96, I'm like, that sound was good. But yeah, and that whole experience just blew me away. And I just have a question for y'all. Do you think that Paul Mescal is jealous of Muldoon's legs?
Everyone is, I think.
Yeah. Because
no one wears shorts like that guy.
Because I know Mescal's always wearing short shorts. So I wonder if he looks at Muldoon and's like, man, that guy's got it.
He'll never be Bob Peck.
That's a really random thing, but the dude's got quads.
He's got one of my favourite death scenes ever.
Yeah, clever girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that a lot for
Clever girl.
most things, yeah.
Yeah, and it's set up right at the start with that stupid kid. Everyone hates the kid.
Why is the kid there? Why is the kid there in the first place?
And he says it doesn't look scary. It looks like a 6-foot turkey. A 6-foot turkey would be terrifying.
Fucking terrifying. I'm scared of turkeys anyway. In my local park, I very much respect the geese and the swans that are there. I'm like, I don't want to be anywhere near that shit. And if a 6-foot turkey came along, I'd be like, I'd be fucking running as fast as I've ever in my entire life. Yeah.
I don't live here anymore. I'm going to go.
A 6-foot Canadian goose would be horrifying. Like,
to be fair, I think a 6-foot most animals would be terrifying.
I have 2 of them near my park. My wife and I walk in a park. We take our daughter there. 2 of them raise 5 little babies from baby to adulthood. That's how like badass they are. They're like, you're not getting our kid. Like they went 100% with all 5 of their geeseling. I don't know the words, but like I have immense respect for those 2 geese. And if they were 6 foot, I'd just walk around them.
You try.
Yeah.
Helen, anything else to say about Jurassic Park?
Just a shout out to Stan Winston. Obviously, he's working Terminator as well, but yeah, really brings those creatures to life. And I was doing a little bit of reading about it, and there was kind of like a bidding war on the script, even though Spielberg and Crichton had kind of had loads of conversation, and Crichton was kind of keen to have Spielberg. But James Cameron was outbid on this. So he said that his version would have been like a lot nastier. So we could have had a James Cameron Jurassic Park, which for some people maybe sounds okay.
Yeah.
But like,
I mean, it'd be good. I'd like to see that, but it wouldn't. Would it have been a blockbuster?
I think
it would have been a very
Cameron
different
knows
movie, I
blockbusters.
think.
Yeah.
I know it knows it's blockbusters, but I'm thinking if it would have been nastier, would that have been in the
Bill
same way?
Paxton.
Would you have had kids there? Would it have been like the film of your life as like, well, Mark would have been there.
Yeah. Yeah, front row.
Double billing that with Reservoir Dogs. And then
Bill Paxton as Ian Malcolm, Lance Henriksen as John Hammond.
He's like Muldoon. Game over, man. Game over. Yeah.
And also the score, which is like the Jurassic Park theme is...
Yeah, it's okay.
It's so beautiful. It's just... And you're like, oh yeah, the dinosaurs are coming. Yeah.
Listen to that score often.
Yeah.
It's a good one. It has like all of those amazing Spielberg elements that just bring it all together. Thanks, Steven.
The kitchen fight's not great, though.
Kitchen fight's great.
Listen, we got to find something here, because I'll just be like, this movie rules.
Yeah, I found this time around, I always find something new every time I watch it. Don't know how I'm still finding stuff, but when Dodgson goes to meet Nedry, he doesn't shut his taxi door. And the taxi driver kind of comes back around and gives him a real like, I didn't real like, you bastard, for not shutting the door. I just did stuff like that all the time. Like when I saw it in the outdoor screening, I'd never heard the line, Big Tim, human piece of toast, before.
When was that line?
That's when he gets electrocuted, and then Grant carries him into the kind of the restaurant and puts him down. And he goes, Big Tim, human piece of toast, and walks off. Like, that's a weird line. But just it's Grant learning how to talk to kids. And so he's going to say weird stuff sometimes.
Do you know which character has been in all the films?
It's BD Wong, isn't it?
Yeah.
Henry Wu. He's not in all of them. He's not in 2 and 3.
Oh, is he just the through line? I mean, I know Dodgson's in the last one. He's in the first and most recent
different
one.
actor though, because Cameron Thor is a convicted sex offender.
Oh, right.
So they changed the actor for good reason. But yeah, Henry Wu he's in all of the Jurassic World films.
He's in all Jurassic World. Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't derail the podcast.
Thanks, Jay.
I know his name even. Yeah. But yeah, Henry was in all the Jurassic World films. I do like that they brought him back and they've kind of given him a little like hero arc from like, villain to hero kind of thing for those films. That's interesting. But like this film was impeccably cast. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm sorry. But just like Wayne Knight is perfect as Nedry. The exposition sequence is maybe the best exposition. Dino DNA, Mr. DNA that's the best way to do exposition is you put on a ride and you get the characters to interrupt the ride. And then you give more exposition whilst the little baby dinosaur's being hatched. So you're looking at that, but you're paying attention to Malcolm doing like, don't do this. This is a bad thing to do. But Grant's there playing with a little baby dinosaur. So you're getting the information, but you're also marveling at the animatronic. Anyway.
I think even from the first time I watched this, when John Hammond said, I've been here for the birth of every single dinosaur, I was like, really? Because you seem to be flying around quite a lot to different places. And
yeah, you had to spend like 3 days recording that intro to the ride. Like,
yeah, exactly. So anyway.
I reckon he thinks he's been there for all of the births. But they've probably he's been there for all of the births they've told him about. He's not keeping count. No, he's busy.
Anything else you want to say, guys, before we head to the scores?
Pretty good movie.
Yeah, it's
Okay, let's go.
I'm Sam Clements, host of the 90 Minutes or Less Film Festival, another podcast in the Stripped Media family, a podcast that celebrates movies under 90 minutes long. Each episode, I'm joined by a special guest who selects a movie to join our prestigious lineup. Past guests have included fellow Stripped Media family members Martin and Sam from Song by Song, and Kobe from Flixwatcher, and Dave from The Wire Stripped. Search for us now on the app you're currently listening to this podcast, or join us at 90minfilmfest.com.
So welcome to the Flixwatcher scores. All of the scores are out of 5. You can have decimal places if you wish. And we will start with you, please, Jay, with your recommendability.
5. It's the best film. I don't know anyone that doesn't like it. It's actually not my wife's favourite of the franchise. She likes number 3 the best, which I don't enjoy. I don't know why. That film irritates me. Billy should have died. I keep spoiling other films. I'm sorry.
It's Jurassic Park 3. I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, it's the best film. Everyone should watch it. Everyone should love it. Helen, your husband needs to watch it again, I guess, and keep watching it, and just keep watching it. Just keep making him watch it until attrition.
I do have a genuine question here, because we all saw it when it first kind of came out, and it was like peak, like, oh my God, Steven Spielberg, we've got to watch this. It's about dinosaurs. Special effects are on point. And I remember was it this film, or no, it was probably Back to the Future 2, the first time I remember being like, hearing all the pre-press about film. But this was different. This is like, guys, actually science could be real. There could be a time in the future where we could reanimate dinosaurs. And the science is like, the basis behind it was like real. I was like, okay.
It was so convincing, wasn't it? Like, oh, the amber, that makes sense.
Just gotta find those mosquitoes. That's what you gotta do. That's how they make the plants somehow.
Yeah, that's how they make the plants. That's how they, I mean, that scene is still... when he just drills into it with like the smallest drill bit you can get from B&Q and just into the amber. No real care or attention. Then he just gets a standard syringe.
just a standard syringe.
Yeah.
And we've got dinosaurs.
Guys, this is all we need.
Oh, we chucked some frog in there, don't worry about it. And we've got dinosaurs, yeah. But yeah, there's even with Laura Dern going, oh, these plants haven't been around for millions of years. We're not going to explain how we got them. Don't worry about it. They're here.
But I remember the build-up for this and being like so excited. So I really wonder, like, if an adult who hadn't heard about this for the first time, what they would think. I would still posit they think it's a really good film, but would it be like their best film ever? They would have to see it in the cinema for a start, right?
Ideally, but there was a video going around on Instagram of like people being shown the still image of the cup with the ripples on the dashboard and be like, what film is this from? And most of them didn't get it. They all said like Inception.
Reservoir Dogs.
Several of them said Inception, which a film I love, but it made me sad. And just very, very sad.
What
that
is society
like,
coming to?
20-year-olds weren't like immediately familiar with this iconic image that's part of my cool being.
I mean, if you've grown up with the shit versions, then the idea of going back to watch the original kind of maybe feels like, why would we watch the old shonky one? Like, we've seen the new ones and they're just full of stupid dinosaurs.
Yeah. My friend won't watch Die Hard because he didn't like Die Hard 4 and 5. It's like, but the first one, watch the first one's good.
But it's old. Like, it's an old film. It's like films we think happened 10 years ago are like 30 years ago.
But I mean, look, I saw Singing in the Rain in my 30s for the first time and I was fucking blown away. 12 Angry Men I saw too late in life. The Godfather I saw like when I was 15. It's like, you can still see like films which are old and
the
like...
Cabinet of Dr. Caligari blew me away. Yeah. And that's from the past, the distant past.
Sorcerer from 77.
All About Eve we had in here for the first time, so I must have seen that when I was just like 39ish, 38. I was like, I've never heard of this film before. This is absolutely fucking outstanding. Do you reckon Jurassic Park could do that for other people?
I hope so. I mean, it should.
Life finds a way. Yes.
Thank you. Yeah. Perfect.
Mark?
I was going to be sassy and give it a 4.7 because of the kitchen fight, but This is one of those movies, like, you haven't seen it? I mean, it's worth watching. It's history, and there's so much... like,
It's worth watching.
Like, there's so much history and the aspect ratios. It's how to make a movie smart.
I've never once heard anyone talk about aspect ratios so much about Jurassic Park, and that's fine.
Mark teaches cinematography, so...
Yeah, I work in a film school, and I teach camera and lighting and all that. And no, I mean, Spielberg wanted 185, and the dinosaurs look huge. They look gorgeous. And then you go to 239, and they lose that scope. So I think if you want to learn about film, if you want to learn about good scoring, it's a movie you have to recommend. I wouldn't be like, you haven't seen it, but I'm like, yeah, check it out.
You get to watch it for the first time. I envy you.
So you're sticking to 4.7, are you?
I'll do 5.
Thank you.
Begrudgingly.
I know where you live, Mark.
Begrudgingly, I'll do 5. Helen.
It's a 5, for sure. There's just something so beautiful about it, and it's just great. Like, I'm willing to forgive all of its shonky DNA theory to believe that Steven Spielberg could make dinosaurs exist. That's kind of like the magic. And like, there's this, and there's like Westworld, and there's like other bits in Michael Crichton's writing that's really, really interesting, and all these kind of themes that keep coming back, which I think is maybe a little bit in what the later ones don't have, is his genuine interest in how humans interact with technology, and how technology can bring things back to life or do things that they maybe shouldn't, in a kind of like really deeply analytical way. So I think that his kind of like script and idea is what kind of sets the other ones apart. So yeah.
So he's like a precursor to Black Mirror.
Possibly. Yeah. Like if he was still around, I really wonder what kind of like books he'd be writing, and what TV shows that he might be kind of giving scripts to. I just think he's a really interesting writer, and it really comes through in this. And yeah, it's given us so many memes and GIFs, and will go on forever. Even if kids aren't seeing it, they'll have definitely have used a Jurassic Park GIF for something.
Recommendability score is all 5. I'm giving it 5 as well.
Good. The podcast can continue. We'll see how the rest of this goes.
I'm going to write down my score that I predict for the next category. Jay, do you want to give us your score?
5. For repeat viewing, I've seen this film more times than I can possibly count. It's easily one of the films I've seen the most, and I will continue to keep watching it. I said it's not my wife's favourite in the franchise, but when I said, like, I've got to watch a film for a podcast, we got to watch Jurassic Park. She was like, great, because I've made her watch some truly awful films for our podcast. So, and not all shark films are great. Just putting that out there. Not all of them are winners.
I saw Megalodon. Was it Megalodon 3? Have you seen that one?
Oh,
I haven't got to that one yet.
Megalodon 3. No, I thought you'd make Shark Attack 3 I was thinking about.
No, I think it's like Megalodon 3. They did it on How Did This Get Made came to the UK like last
That was Shark Attack 3.
Shark Attack 3. Oh, that one's great.
Was it Shark Attack 3?
Yeah.
I thought it was Shark Attack 3 Megalodon. Anyway.
Either way, whatever.
It definitely had Megalodon in the title.
John Barrowman in it.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
With the great line.
With the great line.
Oh my God. What a line. So, Mark, repeat viewing score.
Oh, 5.
You don't have to do 5s for everything. It's fine. I can take it.
It's easy. But like, we watched the Jurassic Park movies for the Deep Blue Sea podcast, and we just talked about the water scenes.
Yeah.
Just going through it again, it's incredible. And the more I research it, the more I talk about it, you can't give it anything other than that. So I'm going 5.
Helen.
Yes, it's a 5 for me as well. I think it's either this or E.T. as like my most watched Spielbergs.
Which means it must be one of your most watched films.
Yeah, although, I don't know. Maybe E.T. has it more just from like my memory. But yeah, it's either E.T. or this, for sure. And it's 2 hours. So like, it could be a lot longer, it kind of feels. And it's kind of weird rewatching it in that so much of like the action all kind of like happens in that last half hour where it's like, whoa! It's kind of like how does, you kind of get set up with the raptors at the start and you're like, they're going to come along again when they're going to come along. And then everything happens. Whoa! Yeah, great.
Yeah, 5 for me. I mean, it would have been dumb.
That was tense. Yeah. That was tense. I didn't know where I was going to go.
Was it more tense than when she had the jelly in her hand?
It was equally as tense.
Again, a scene that I loved as a kid. I was like, she's that scared. Scene. She can't eat the jelly and it's shaking. You can tell there's like fear.
The raptor shadow against the raptor mural. It's beautifully done.
What a picture.
Did I say this before we started recording or as we started recording? I was like, I didn't need to rewatch this film. before pressing record of this. I just didn't need to rewatch it. There was no need whatsoever. I could have phoned it in, but I did because it's fucking awesome. And I will watch it at least once a year until the day I die. And I cannot wait until my kid's old enough to watch it and be at that kind of age where he's scared by it, but also would give him nightmares. But
what age is that? Because obviously it kind of feels like it could be any age for our chat that we've had. It could be 5. It could be 12.
I'm going to say like 8, I think is a good age for that. I think that'll be a kind of good age. Watch it at home maybe for the first time. But yeah, I mean, that's just great. Because it's not gory, is it? It's like, there's no blood, splatter.
The bit with the lamb is a bit like that. And the bit with the arm.
Yeah.
When the arm comes out, that's kind of...
Samuel L. Jackson's arm.
Yeah.
If it's shown pre-Watershed, they cut out Gennaro on the toilet.
Did they?
Yeah. Makes me sad. I catch it on TV and it's like, oh, great bit's coming up. And then it's just, he runs to the toilet and then you never see him again. Until they go like, oh, this is Gennaro, this was too.
Oh, so it's not the toilet bit, it's the fact that that's the most explicit scene of being eaten by a... Yeah,
it's the T-Rex chomping down on the
and
guy
then it
mid-torso.
shakes him like dogs with the dog toy. Yeah. It's great.
Small screen score. This is where I feel it could lose some points. So
Not
Jay.
from me.
Okay.
Still getting the... Because you got to bear in mind, for the first, 15...
Mark is not happy. You'll get your score in a second. Go on.
For the first, 15, 20 years of me watching Jurassic Park, I'd only seen it on the small screen.
Okay.
It was my favourite film, having only seen it on the small screen. And I saw it on the big screen, and yeah, I had a great time watching it with a bunch of other people who knew all the lines as well and just had a wonderful time with it. And that was great.
Was this Prince Charles Cinema? Oh, it was outside, you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was Upton Country Park in the south. But it was great watching it on the big screen. It's great watching it on the small screen. Great watching it on any screen. Give me a screen, I'll watch Jurassic Park on it. It's going to get a 5.
Mark?
5.
Really?
Well, yeah, because when I was young, I remember in 6th grade, I saved up $239 from lunch money and collecting coins and stuff, and I bought a 12-inch TV VCR combo. And I watched the crap out, Jurassic Park, I watched it endlessly. And also, I remember a guy sold me Natural Born Killers, a Blockbuster employee, sold a used copy of that to me when I was 13. He told me good luck. That's another story for y'all. But yeah, no, watch it on a 12-inch TV VCR, it didn't lose anything. Lost nothing. You watch it anywhere. Doesn't matter. It's great. It holds up.
Helen.
What are you doing to me?
There is something
I can't deal with the pauses.
quite beautiful about watching it on the big screen. So I've seen it in the cinema when it came out, and then I'm pretty sure it had a re-release in 2013. Does that sound about right?
Did it have a 3D release? I think
it came out, that's 20 years, yeah.
Yeah, so I think I saw it again then and had a lot of fun with it. But most watches have been on a small screen. But I would say that if you're going to watch it and you've never seen it, you do have to watch it on the big screen. And I think if you've watched it in your youth, you should try and seek it out to watch it again on the big screen at some of those screenings. So I'm going to break the party. I'm going to give it 4 for small screen.
Brave.
Because
I'm just going to leave the session. Oh, the button's grayed out.
I'm going down to a 4.3 now.
I'm going up to a 6.
Just to hear that T-Rex roar.
Yeah, I'm going 4.1 here with the small screen score. I've only seen it once in cinema, and that was when that first week it came out, and that was literally transcendental. And it's like you say, I did the same thing. University in my teens, I had that same VCR TV combo that everyone had, which was a magic box for someone like film and TV, and that's how I watched it many times. That's also where I've watched many of my favourite films. I haven't seen many of my favourite films in the cinema yet, but I have seen this one in the cinema, and it was the best thing ever at the time, and it still is one of my top ever cinematic experiences. And when I hear John Williams' score, just that da-da-da, and you hear the stomping of the T-Rex, and you have the tension and the music in the kitchen scene, it's just every time I'm I'd love to see this in the cinema again and watch it with other people who love this as well. And that's going to be one of my life's tasks, is to, again, watch it in the cinema. I'm sure it'll happen, but I'm I definitely need to watch this in the cinema. I can't give it a 5 because every time I've enjoyed it on the smaller screen, it's been great, but I need to revisit the cinema experience, and the cinema experience was just massively amazing. And as you said, Mark, the soundscape is
incredible.
What are you even doing to me? What's going on here? What's going on here?
What kind of magic you working?
Yeah.
It's almost more impressive than bringing dinosaurs back. Just the way that they figured the mix and the score and the synthesis of everything.
Engagement score, Jay.
So this is how difficult is it to turn off once you've started watching it?
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to get a 5 because it's the kind of film where if I'm just flicking through the channels heading to watch something else and I stumble on Jurassic Park, I'm going to stay on that channel and watch it to the end. So I don't turn it off during watching it. I start halfway through when I'm watching something else. That like supersedes this whole category. This is a 5.
What's the word for that though? The supersedability?
Sure, yeah. Like, in terms of engagement, this is beyond engagement. This is marriage. This is, like, I'm there. It's a 5.
Mark?
3. Because if it's on, and I'm like, oh, it's a T-Rex scene, I'll play it out till they drive away. And then I'll be like, all right, I'll come back. And I'll go mow the lawn. And then I'll be like, oh, hey, it's that cool. What's a decent kitchen fight? I'll watch this. And then it's over, I'll, like, step out the room. So, like, I don't think it would lock me in. Like, I wouldn't... Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
Oh, wow. Lowest score so far. Helen?
It's over!
I feel like the podcast future for you two, they need some therapy.
I just can't understand leaving the film before you watch the banner fall. Like that
And the T-Rex goes...
beautiful... Yeah.
Is that when you're allowed to watch this and not when a helicopter lifts off at the end?
I mean, that's fine. Do you need to see the banner? Like when dinosaurs roll the earth, just descending a T-Rex roar. That's peak cinema.
If Scott Adkins were in it, I'd give it a 5.
He's playing the T-Rex. Pretend he's playing the T-Rex.
Engagement score, Helen?
I mean, it's a 5, isn't it? It's Jurassic Park.
Thank you.
Like, there's just like so much going on. I think for different kind of points, you have your favourite kind of like kills. And when Nedry gets spat in the face, it's really satisfying. But also, they're really scary, those dinosaurs. I don't think I'd like that one very much. I mean, the raptors would tear you apart, but those... When
Knight's so cool in this, it's just like, he's got all this... Dodson! There's a Dodson here! And he shouts at the dinosaur, no wonder you're extinct. And then proceeds to kill him.
His death in the book is so much more gruesome because he gets blinded, but he's still like describing what's happening to him, and he's just describing being eaten alive. It's.
I've never read the book. Maybe I should.
The deaths are different. There's some different people survive. Yeah.
Great water scene too.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the reason to read the book.
It's a great book. It's an excellent book.
Okay. So I'm just gonna tee up something here. So.
Gonna be some action near that top of the table, I reckon.
Oh.
Yeah, so guys, do head to our website, flixwatcher.tv, and click on the scoreboard. It's not quite working properly at the moment, but... Okay, so I know that When Harry Met Sally is it still a joint top number 1 film?
No. Well, maybe you haven't mentioned it because we can't talk about what that might be as the current number 1.
Okay. But, okay, so for the longest time, When Harry Met Sally was our number 1 film with a score of 4.875, and now Jay's face.
I'm doing the maths in my head, and I don't think it's there because of Mark.
Listen, I've watched When Harry Met Sally all the way through. Great sweaters, good scenes.
No kitchen scenes, Mark. No kitchen fights.
The current score to beat is 4.80.
4.80, okay. So, but yeah, When Harry Met Sally. So this score for Jurassic Park is 4.7565.
Sorry,
because
Jay.
of Mark. Because it's out of spite. I feel like.
Do you want me to do a quick sum? So if Mark had given it
its rightful 5, yeah.
5 for engagement, it would have been 4.88.
There would have been a clear winner.
Spite. Podcast ending spite.
The number 1 film remains number 1. Recent change at the top when Harry Met Sally was there for ages.
Guys, thank you so much for bringing Jurassic Park to us. I like to say,
you're welcome.
Just didn't need to watch it again, but I did, and I was excited when watching it again. And I hope I continue to have that excitement every single time I watch it. Please do let us know where I can find you guys. Tell us the name of your podcast again, and say goodbye to the listeners.
Sure. So Deep Blue Sea, the podcast. I think there's a hyphen between C and the, which does mean it doesn't show up on some people's searches when they find it without putting the hyphen in. But yeah, Deep Blue Sea, the podcast, on all good podcasting hosting things. At Deep Blue Sea Pod is all our social media handle. And we like talking about Deep Blue Sea and shark films and Ray Arnold films. So if you'd like to listen to Mark and I and some great guests talk about those kind of things, then check us out.
Well, I'm formerly of the Deep Blue Sea podcast. after this, I might start a When Harry Met Sally podcast if anybody wants to join me based on how popular it is. No, but Deep Blue Sea, the podcast, and Movies, Films, and Flicks, the podcast. And this is wonderful. Thank you for having us.
Guys.
Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
Bye.
Enjoyed this episode of Flixwatcher podcast? Why not leave us a 5-star review on iTunes? You can also follow us at FlixWatcherPod on Twitter, and we're at FlixWatcher on Instagram. Thanks as always to the mighty people for their mighty, mighty tunes and Rockwood Audio's editing skills. If you're looking to get your podcast edited as sweet as this, get in touch with Rockwood, ROKK Wood Audio. Tell them Flixwatcher sent you.
You just heard a Stripped Media production.